Hey, hope you're well. This is Augusto, and this will be my take at reviewing this little guy, the Taylor GS Mini. The first thing I would point out, and if you've been looking at these Taylors like I had, you know that it's a smaller size guitar, so the scale is a smaller scale length. I'm not going into the details over the specs, the numbers, because they are all over the web. I think from a player standpoint, what I was really interested to know was what it feels like, and does it feel like a shorter length scale? And it does indeed. Is it uncomfortable? No, it's not. It's not as comfortable as a standard length guitar. You have to know that. The other thing I would point out is that you will often hear that this is a guitar that punches well above its weight, and that's very true. It's a guitar that, despite the size, has a huge projection. It sounds much bigger, it has a lot more bass than it seems to have. There are variations. This is the Koa guitar, and the Koa version will be different every time. So if you're getting a Koa, the grain won't be the exact same you'll see here. It will be different, which is always a bit of a surprise. I was pleasantly surprised with the version I got. That doesn't necessarily mean that yours will be as dark, or you might not even like this version and like the one that you get better. Again, that just goes down to the grain, the natural grain of the wood. The one thing I would point out as well, to all worship leaders out there looking at an option, this is a very compact, easy to travel, small size guitar. The one thing that I didn't personally like was the pickup. We're going to take a look at the pickup and how it sounds both acoustically and mic'd. We'll be comparing the ES2 pickup, which is what comes installed on the guitar, which is a nice pickup compared to the great majority of the pickups that will be on the guitars that you buy off the shelf. Having said that, I don't personally think it sounds as good as the guitar acoustically. As guitar players who have been doing it for a while, we will know that it's always a challenge to get a sound close to what the guitar sounds acoustically when you're plugged in. And it's something that I have personally tried to tackle in several different ways. I will also make a few different videos comparing the different pickup systems on the different guitars I have, and all of the hurdles that I have managed to overcome to a level where now I am pleased with the sound I'm getting out of this guitar. So it ticks a lot of boxes that no other guitar will tick. Some of these boxes would be obviously the size is the first thing. The tone of Koa, which is a very compressed tone. To me, it mixes the best of both worlds when it comes to wood. So you get the bass and the projection that you get from spruce, but that compression that you get on the mahogany guitars and that nice higher end. So it's a very versatile guitar. I'm going to show you how it sounds acoustically, and then we'll take a look at the pickup that comes with it, the ES2, and then the LR Baggs SL, the Anthem Sl, which is what I've got installed now. So we'll take a look at all of those options. Okay, so you've heard a little bit of what it sounds like acoustically. Now the aim is to show you what I have achieved, what I have managed to achieve in terms of improving the sound, and I've done so by installing an Anthem, so it's an LR Baggs Anthem Sl pickup. I do want to make a quick remark here. When looking online, I didn't see really any remarks on whether the LR Baggs Anthem, the full-size option would fit this guitar, because obviously the bracing is different and the gaps between the bracing is actually different as well. So what I did was I actually had a copy of the LR Baggs Anthem at my household, so I've used that as a guide, and I realized that it didn't fit, so I ordered the SL, and the SL fits just fine, and it's just an amazing pickup system. So right now what I have here is I have obviously the ES2 pickup system that comes installed on the Taylor by default, so the vast majority of the Taylors will come with the that pickup system. You will notice that that pickup system is actually not under the saddle, it's on the side of the saddle, and by that it allowed me to then have another under saddle pickup installed, which is what I did. The LR Baggs Anthem has two pickup systems. That's another thing to note. The LR Baggs Anthem is actually a dual pickup system. It comes with a condenser mic, which you can glue into the inside of the guitar, and also it comes with an under saddle pickup, which would go under the saddle and under the strings. So what it does is it blends the lower frequencies which it captures from the under saddle with medium and high frequencies which it captures via the microphone. So that gives you full range of frequencies combining the two mics, and the result is absolutely amazing. Another thing that I'd like to highlight is that I have both a Chinese copy of the LR Baggs Anthem, and I do have the original Anthems SL. So comparing the two, one thing is that the Anthem SL has the frequencies that are more likely to feedback, or it already tweaked on the actual pickup system. So this is a lot more feedback resistant, and obviously the condenser mic that it comes with is way better than the Chinese copies. I'm going to make a video comparison as well. It's really worth, if you can, investing on the actual LR Baggs Anthem. It's just a completely different life in terms of how it translates your acoustic sound. Having said that, if you're careful enough and if you're using the right equipment, you can get an amazing sound from the Chinese option as well. Nowhere nearly as good or as resilient to feedback as the actual original LR Baggs. And I'm not sponsored by them by any means, just say what I'm saying here. So let's take a look at the different sounds, and yeah, it'll be interesting. So here's a few things that I really wish someone had told me before I got this guitar, and which might be of value to you. First thing, yes, you will feel a difference on the size of the frets, but that's a compromise worth making if you want a smaller guitar that just sounds absolutely awesome. The second thing is the pickup system that is in here. As much as it's good and it really sounds better than the vast majority of the guitars that you get with a built-in pickup system, it's still not as good as the guitar with an upgraded pickup system. So if you're a worship leader, or if you go to church, or if you use your guitar in church, I would highly recommend that you upgrade the pickup system to an LR Baggs Anthem Sl, which is what's going to fit this guitar. The other thing I wanted to highlight is that, to my taste, the strings do come too high. I know that Taylor is known by the fact that they really set up their guitars well before they're shipped out from factory. That's not necessarily going to make the guitar very comfortable. They are designed to be used with 13 strings, so bear that in mind. And what I have done personally is I've lowered the strings by sanding down the saddle. That's not something that I would recommend that you do unless you absolutely know what you're doing. The right thing to do is actually taking your guitar to a luthier and asking him to lower the strings for you and to set it up if you feel that they're uncomfortable. If you've already got a GS Mini and you're struggling and you're not sure what to do because you're finding that bar chords are hard on the GS Mini, just go ahead and take it to a guitar shop, to someone who you trust, and get them to lower the strings and set up the action in a way that it feels more comfortable. The other thing that I would like to highlight is that even though the LR Baggs Anthem sounds great, it still doesn't sound like the guitar mic'd up. So the sound that you've heard here is actually going through a Zoom AC3 pedal, which is a pedal that I absolutely recommend. It's an awesome pedal. It does a lot. Thanks for watching this review. I hope it has helped you in some way. I will be answering any questions that you post in the comment section, and thank you. Till next time.